Can imagination help your intuition become stronger? Yes, it can. So, my gorgeous triple T's, welcome to the channel. And today's insight is going to be all about using your imagination to strengthen your intuition. Now, how I got to this is that today I was somewhat binge watching The Umbrella Academy, and I have been following it since it started. And it's a little gory, but it's also very awesome. I like it. Um, Now, the interesting part, the thing that really lit me up and that came to my mind today is that the Marvel Universe and the Umbrella Academy universe, okay, talks about timelines. Okay, the 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 separation of the timelines and all that stuff, and I think it's the DMV or something along those lines, or some type of association in like the Marvel universe that controls the timelines. And I think the Loki spin-off talking about this. In any case, um, so one of the things that using your imagination helps with strengthening your intuition is that it allows you to foresee certain things, to foreplan for certain situations, which they do a lot in sports, right? So they have a lot of statistics, and they look at your strengths and your weaknesses, and they blow up the probability depending on what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. And I'm currently reading a book, Play for Profit, that my coach co-wrote, and in it talks a lot about like the correlation between sports and business. So they do talk about like statistics and knowing your strengths and your weaknesses and how important that is to your development in sports and in business. But it's also important for your development in your use of your intuition, because being able to put yourself in certain situations and being able to see the probability of things happening is what's going to allow you to see multiple different timelines, which is basically what we as readers do. We notice the probabilities, and we talk about the the possibility of all of that. And it's not all the time that you tap into all of them, but you do tend to tap into one specific timeline more, the one that's more prevalent, the one that speaks loudest and clearest, and you generally concentrate on that. Or something else I've learned in superconscious education is that you can actually determine what timeline you're going to concentrate on depending on what your client wants, and or depending on what you are seeing is the issue with what they are asking or what they aren't asking, and along those lines. So basically, right, part of fortune telling is being able to use your imagination. It's also a part of using like your intuition. But what is, we're going to go back to something I mentioned a couple of videos ago. What is your intuition? Your intuition is just a habit that you have cultivated so often that it has become internalized within yourself, and you don't have to think about doing it anymore, and you just do it automatically. It has become a habit, and that habit is become a automatic response to certain things that you don't, like I said, even have to think about doing anymore, because you automatically do it. And that is how it becomes a intuitive action within you, because you don't need to think about it anymore. And I'm repeating myself, but basically at the beginning, especially at the beginning, when you get certain things, you are not sure what they mean, and so you imagine, you create. That's the most important part. You create the meaning, you create the definition of something specific. Okay, like for example, when you see a dream, okay, and your dream is gonna be very to the person. I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, so I saw this vision, and what's the difference between a vision and a dream? A dream is something you see while you sleep, while as a vision you see while you are awake. That's the way I differentiate them. But I saw a vision, and in this vision I saw someone very close to me in a casket, but with a smile on her face. And you see, to me, that I wasn't sure what I got. But the fact that that person was in a casket and had some like a smile on their face meant something good was happening. Meant that as the death card in tarot does not signify actual death, even though sometimes it might. But in tarot, the death card means a transition, a change, something shifting, something becoming better or worse, but something changing definitely. And in that case, it was something, that person, I validated with her, and she was like, well, yeah, something did end in my life and I'm moving to something better. So that's probably why you saw a smile on my face. But now, when I told this to someone else, the other person took it completely the opposite direction, completely saw it as a bad omen, while as in reality, it wasn't that bad of an omen. Alright? So you have to take these into consideration, especially that your superconscious or your intuition or your consciousness is telling you things depending on your definition of it or how you would perceive it. Not how someone else would perceive it, because they have a completely different set of things that they relate things to. Alright? Like I said, in tarot, the death card does not mean a literal death, although it might. But most of the time, the death card means transition, means movement, because that is what death is. Death, your body, okay, ends living because your soul leaves the body, but you as a soul do not end. Okay, because as you know, and I don't know if you know this, but in science, it is literally said that energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only transform. And so what is the soul but energy? And if energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only transform. Hence, you as a soul never die. That is my interpretation. Don't have to take it, but that is my interpretation. So, a soul, is energy. And if you can use your intuition to interpret all these messages that you're getting through your imagination, through what you see on a daily basis, through what you experience, is good. But if you can reverse engineer it, it will be even better, because you will kind of jumpstart the process. I hope that makes sense. If not, ask questions and it'll be my pleasure to answer. So, my gorgeous triple tears, this is all that I have for you guys today for this video series. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good week, a very good night, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.